December 3rd is the date for the next Fortnite event. That's 1,895 days since Fortnite Battle Royale released. Today, we are going to go through every live event in Fortnite history. Let's do this.
You crazy mother...
For the first 278 days on the island, it was all about survival, but that all changed when a meteor was spotted overhead. Once it hit, Fortnite officially had a storyline. The visitor was revealed, who rushed over to a mountain lair, and the first ever live event saw a huge rocket target tilted towers before whizzing around and finally cracking reality above our heads, opening rifts to other worlds without any explanation. It was soon after that one of the most beloved inanimate objects joined the island. On day 333, an unannounced mini live event only seen by people who were playing the game in that very moment. Kevin had arrived and he suddenly started moving, rolling and rolling, crushing anything in his path until he reached Loot Lake. On day 359, the anniversary week of Fortnite Battle Royale, Kevin rolled into Loot Lake. He melted and the lake became a material we'd never seen before. Soon, Kevin returned by lifting the Loot Lake house into the air, and over that season, that floating house moved around the island, creating runes we wouldn't understand for chapters. And then the multiverse was confirmed to us on day 405 during the Butterfly event. Kevin took us to a world between worlds, the in-between, the butterfly bringing us back to the island, back to our reality. The following season, the snow started to fall, and slowly a new character was revealed floating in a frozen ball. The Ice King awakened. On day 481, he acted, creating a huge astral projection of himself and covered the island with even more snow and ice. This was the lowest rated live event ever, but thankfully there were more this season. Marshmello rocked up at Pleasant Park only 2 weeks later and revolutionized what a live event could be, banging out tunes while we all danced together. An amazing change in direction. There was actually 3 live events this season, with the first ever New Year's Eve countdown played every hour in-game as 2019 approached. It was almost 100 days before the next live event arrived, as a vault was discovered under Loot Lake, and we worked together to open it. In here, we chose the future. It was only to unvault a weapon, but it gave us a new level of interaction we'd never had before. We chose the drum gun to make streamers cry. It was epic. In here were more story clues as a mysterious ball of energy which would become the center of the story was seen, and a helm of a character who would be pivotal to the story the following season. The live event continued with a volcanic explosion that decimated the island, except no sweat insurance, the only building left standing in Tilted Towers. The following season saw a monster revealed inside Polar Peak, his eye peering out, and inevitably he escaped. Singularity was prepared for this eventuality and used the dormant volcano to build a mech capable of protecting that ball of energy we saw last season. The battle took place on day 663 and it was brutal, with the mech losing an arm. Luckily, a sword was casually hidden in Neo Tilted. Singularity's statue was actually the hilt for this weapon, worthy of finishing the beast. The real issue now was that the mech decided to crack the 0 point, which made all reality unstable. Season X arrived and interdimensional travel was confirmed as the scientist was revealed, a member of the 7 who recreated the original Meteor event but paused at the moment before impact. Finally, on day 748, the plan started. The Meteor was transported over to Loot Lake above that destabilized 0 point, and 7 rockets helped create the most talked about event in Fortnite history. The island was no more. The game was over. Nah, the island rebuilt itself and Chapter 2 began. 2 years after Fortnite Battle Royale was released, a brand new island was here for us to discover. We experienced a new type of live event on day 810. Fortnite was used to advertise other products, with Star Wars the first of many. What was amazing about this live event was that it directly ties into the movie. The only place to hear the Emperor's monologue was in Fortnite.
The day of the Sith.
So does that mean Fortnite is canon in Star Wars? Oh, and of course, it's New Year's, so the countdown came back. Travis Scott appeared on day 942 as a musical performance to build on the Marshmallow event. This event showed the impact of Fortnite and what this platform could showcase. Watching this back now, it gives me goosebumps every time. Finally, another story-driven live event was seen on day 994. One of the most beloved characters in the game, Midas, was secretly creating a doomsday machine under the island, and it was time to switch it on. Breaking through the confines of the agency, a device capable of pushing back the storm appeared. Somehow, we were transported into the office of IO agent Jones. An unknown agency had been watching us from the shadows, controlling the island. Little did we know how much this insight would affect us for years to come. Chapter 2 Season 4 brought the superheroes of Marvel's universe to the island to face the impending Devourer of Worlds, who was coming over to eat the 0 point. He flew closer and closer each update until day 1177 arrived. In one of the greatest live events ever, we piloted the battle bus, assisted Iron Man as we tricked the bad guy into eating millions of those buses before rifting him back home, saving the 0 point.
You did it! Thank you, bus driver!
Oh, and of course another New Year's event, 2021 and ting. The next live event wasn't actually live. It was a single player mission available for a few days. Heavily story related, we saw Agent Jones finally leave the Imagined Order and switch allegiance to the Seven, bringing their leader, the Foundation, to the island and giving us more lore about characters yet to meet, Geno and the Sisters. The event ended with the Foundation sealing himself into the 0 point to help it heal, and Jones was trapped in the loop, destined to lose his mind, or worse, be captured by the IO. Chapter 2 Season 7 saw a new foe arrive, the Cube Queen and her last reality followers. This evil genius used a live event to gain information. A music event focused around Ariana Grande was actually a ruse for the Queen to scan our memories to see our weaknesses. We were up against it, so we had to partner with the Imagined Order, even though we don't trust them. Dr. Sloan was in charge of getting us aboard the mothership in Operation Skyfire. 1,448 days since we started playing Fortnite. We planted bombs to take out the spaceship and saw how cubes were created. As we looked to escape, Sloan showed her real intentions.
We are fighting a war in which we are hopelessly outgunned. I won't bring you home.
Leaving us to perish on the mothership with the bombs we planted ourselves. This led to a moment like no other. We touched one of the dormant cubes, and it became blue, switching allegiance from the Imagined Order to us. It wanted to protect us. As the ship explodes, we somehow survived. And so did the bromance, because legends never die. On the island, a golden cube was now seen rolling around, empowering other purple cubes who duplicated at an alarming rate. Kevin, the original cube thought to be inside Steamy Stacks, was also freed as the next live event approached. A live event that would finish the chapter. The end was here. Day 1531 started with the blue cube protecting us from the Queen's onslaught, but we didn't stand a chance. Luckily, the Seven were watching and came to help, rescuing the loopers before venturing into the island using the mysterious bunkers we'd watched for years. Down here, the Foundation was able to free Jonesy, and the Seven flipped the entire island, defeating the Cube Queen and taking us to a new beginning. Another new chapter. We awoke and spoke to the Foundation, who set out the plan to free the 0 point from IO's tyranny. Oh, and like usual, another Happy New Year event was seen. As the new chapter continued, earthquakes began to be felt underfoot as the IO attacked. A full-scale war played out, which led to the Imagined Order building another doomsday machine. But this one was here to wipe out all of life. Permanently. No respawns. The Collider event arrived on day 1698. The pulsing tower needed to be destroyed. To do it, we first found a missing member of the Seven, the Paradigm, the greatest pilot to ever live. And it so happened that we had to rebuild the mech from Chapter 1. With a new paint job, we jumped in the gunner seat and attacked the IO head-on, causing the Collider to fall into a cavern. Now on foot, we fought alongside the Foundation and Jonesy, defeating Sloan and her minions, and finally reclaiming the 0 point. We had done it. The island was saved, and the 0 point was no longer controlled by the imagined order. The event ended with the Foundation and Jones following Geno, the IO's commanding officer, into the 0 point. Now the island is free, and the 0 point has fallen dormant. On December the 3rd, we find out what is next in our adventure. Who will our opponents be? The Herald has changed the island into chrome, which moves closer to the 0 point every day. Reality will be changed again forever. Day 1895 is coming. I'm Adam, you're awesome, I'll see you next time.